Hey ladies and gents, we are back and we're looking at the changes to the Swedish heavy tank line. This came out here recently in the last patch, and they were trying to, I'm assuming, make these tanks more competitive. They were not known to be extremely effective, maybe that's the better word for it. So we're playing the Emil 1 first, we'll do the Emil 2, and of course we'll do the Kranvagn. I used to play these tanks quite a bit. Obviously the Emil 2. You've seen videos of it, obviously. So yeah, I was a little excited. So I played this Saturday. I played each one of the tanks. I hadn't played them since the changes. So the big change was with the autoloader. Most specifically, more along the lines is that so the changes were normally you had 4 shells, especially in the Emil 1. You had a 4-shell clip with 320 average damage and about a 34-second reload. And you did 320, and yeah, so that was the original one. The new changes puts this reload at about 23 seconds. 24 seconds, and then 360 average damage, and you lose 1 round. So now you have a 3-round clip. However, with that large change in the reload, and we had a little bit of an interclip change too. It's much quicker to dump this clip than it was originally. So here we're on the Campanova, the famous Campanova, I guess, here, heading up to the top of the hill. Yeah, it did, and I'll be honest. The games I played with it did help quite a bit. It does have some issues. Mostly the fact is I would have been perfectly happy if they would have just simply changed the gun handling on these tanks. The guns are still wild as fuck. So yeah, in my opinion, still not the best, at least gun handling wise. But with the turret on these tanks, they were supposed to be more of a frontline slash, get in everybody's way here and fuck some shit up. Which, with the surprisingly, with the reload, it's much easier here, and we're going to watch here. So the STA just fired at me. He's somewhere up in that bush on the top of the hill. So we're going to, escort over here. Kind of curious what the T29 one is. Kind of want to see what I can get in the Centurion 5-1. He's a fairly dangerous tank for me here. There's the STI. Finally shows up here. Put 1, and there's 2. Put it into him. Oh, SU-421 hits me for 178. Go figure. Yeah. So, like I said, from 34 seconds down to about 23, 24 seconds for the relay. What, like I said, makes this tank much more effective in this kind of brawl right here. So, more normally I would have been hanging out down here on the bottom, trying not to get shot here. Picked up. Find the KV5. Nope, we're not going to waste a shot on that right away. Let's see what he does here. He's going to pull out here. Gives me his... Ooh, there we go. There's 1, 2... Oh, am I going to get all 3 of them right there? Yep. Normally anything past about 300 meters is a crapshoot with this gun. You, for the most part, just fucking wildly shoot all over the place. Kind of an ass whooping going right now. But yeah, it's... with that much quicker clip reload and the shots that go out so much quicker, so much faster, you're able to put rounds down pretty quick here. So we're going to finish off the... there we go. Now we finished them off. That higher alpha, like I said, does wonders here. 375. Oh, I didn't quite get it. Ricocheted on the T29. So we have the Centurion 5-1 and the IS on the bottom here. Let's push up in here and see if we can finish him off here. I'm not quite ready to push yet. Still waiting for the reload. All in all, I really like the change. I mean, don't get me wrong. I would still rather have gun handling, which is, for the most part, not the best. I didn't mind the change in alpha either. That 360 change kind of, it does scare him a little bit more. Before, the 320. Here I roll up, 411 puts me up. Yeah, almost finishes him off with a clip. Take some more damage from him, and we're going to back up here, do our reload. T-29 is going to face off of him. If this was the regular, the old reload, I would have been running right now here, especially dealing with the Centurion 1. T-29 gets the Centurion 5-1. Here comes the other Centurion. He's interested in shooting the T-29. Finishes, hits me, gets my... Ooh, what are you doing? There you are. Never mind, he finishes him off here. And Centurion, nope, you're not going to go anywhere. We'll just put in here and finish off your idler. So, puts me up about 4,600. And, you know, it's not like I haven't had those kind of games in this tank, but with the changes in the reload, and obviously the alpha damage, I had a lot more of these kind of games. So, in my opinion, yes, it was a good buff. I still wish they would have probably changed the... I would still prefer a little more gun handling. They could have actually lessened my reload on the clip, you know, to say 27 seconds if they would have given me just a little bit more accuracy. But all in all, I really enjoy the new changes. It's definitely made this tank much more efficient here. So I'm going to bring up the ML2 for you guys, and we'll talk about that one too. Hey guys, back with the second game, and we are playing the ML2. You know, and as much as I bitch about the gun handling on these tanks, you know, honestly, with like I said, under 300 meters, they're fine most of the time. And yeah, like I said, most of the time they're fine under 300 meters, 200 meters, whatever. It's usually at the longer ranges that this gun dispersion and accuracy, aim time, epically glacial aim time, doesn't really help you that much. However, with the changes in the autoloader, it really, in my opinion, has started making these tanks worthwhile. A little bit more, definitely more competitive than they were originally. So we're going to pull up in here. So now this is the ML2, which is the Tier 9 version. This one gets, once again, loses its 3. It goes down from 3 shells, or 4 shells, down to 1. Or down, not to 1. Wow, I'm losing my shit tonight. It goes down from 4 to 3 rounds in its clip. And it goes from 400 average damage to 420. Or, I'm sorry, 420? Yeah, no, I'm sorry, 440. I'm losing my shit. So it goes from 400 to 440, and it loses almost 15 seconds on its reload time in its clip, which is fucking huge for this tank. That was one of the big problems with this tank, was how long it took to reload this clip. So, pull back in here. I don't fear anymore getting into these kind of positions, that they're just simply after I make the shot, that I'm going to get wasted. Pick up the shot on the 412. One more there. Throw it a little low for the 390. Got one more clip here. He's going to try to side scrape against me here. They didn't change the penetration. 252 is really nice. Tier 9. Tier 10, Kranvagn 252. It's workable. Its premium rounds is only 300. The heat round on it. So yeah, not bad. Once again, like I said, with these tanks, you're going to be playing relatively close. Now, before, I would try not to get in these kind of positions with this tank because of that really wicked long reload. But now that they've dropped it down around 25 seconds, I don't feel bad about getting into these kind of fights here. You know, like I said, with an average damage of 440. Pick up the first one there on the... Oh, there we go. Now we got you. 436. One more. Finish off the IS-3 here. Got the T-10. I don't feel bad about getting into these kind of fights. Before, with that almost 40-second reload, you got into this thing like this, and it wasn't very often before long they'd figure you're on the reload, and they got, you know, damn near 3/4 of a minute to come kill your ass. Now with the dropping down to around 25 seconds, in that higher alpha, yeah, it definitely makes this tank far more interesting to play. You can change up your play style a little bit. Before, you always wanted to be back a little bit and have the ability to try to at least possibly have an escape route while you waited for your shell to reload. You know, now, like I said, with the 25-second reload, I'm not as terribly worried here. So we're waiting for this TS5. because that's one tank I really don't want to get in front of with that high DPM that it has, just to see what he's going to do here. Still have the other Emil and of course the conch. There we go. Let's see here if we can squeeze one in on that. Oh, can we get down in there? That actually might be just a little too much. No, can't get the shot on him here, so he's going to back up here, maybe sidescape a little bit. There we go. One there. No, can't quite get it. I know he's got a... Come on, buddy. There we go. And a lot of times with this tank, people that use the premium round, the heat round with it, was more for the fact of its inaccuracy. You know, not so much the pen. 252 pen is perfectly... it's excellent against most tier 9s and most tier 10s, but people fired a lot of premium shells out of this tank because it's just really shitty accuracy, where the shells even at this range can't quite find the shit that you want here. So picked him up here, got the conch. He's not paying attention. Around the corner we come. Ooh, put a nice shell into him, and we're going to back out of there, and of course wait for my reload. You know, unless you get the perfect game with this in the old style with a long ass reload on it, there's a lot of games where you were spending most of your game just simply waiting for that reload and not getting much damage here. These tanks with this buff to the reload system are going to make these some high damage dealing tanks, especially with these tough turrets and whatnot. Yeah, here we go. Mr. Emil 2 here is hanging out here. There's but one there. We'll take a shot. Nope, can't get him. Wow. So 704 is left, finishes him off here. Another nice game. I had a lot of nice games in the Emil 2. With that reload buff, it just makes these tanks. Before they were all kind of meh, and now, hey, you know what? These are contenders. I don't have a problem getting into some of these brawls anymore, where I used to be a little bit more leery about getting into tight spots where I couldn't get away. Now with almost 15 seconds shaved off of this one, 11 seconds shaved off the Emil 1, it's kind of opening up the ability of these tanks, or changing some of your play styles with them. I'm going to bring up the Kranvagn for you guys, and we'll go through that one too. Alright guys, back with the last game in the Kran. I only played 2 games in the Kran just because tier 10. I hate losing money. And I hate losing because both games I played were losses in the Kran. The first one was a 15-2 ass kicking. So yeah, this was the second game in the Kran. I had a perfectly fine game in it, the first one. So now, what was the big change in the autoloader on this one? Once again, drops to 4 for 4 rounds to 3 rounds, 440 average damage, and loses almost 11 and a half seconds off its reload. So around 21 seconds for its reload. We're going to push up here to the bottom half. And as you see, I usually go wide here as much as possible. Most because these guys are not moved up quick enough here. So I'm not going to get myself in a position where I'm going to push down too far and get swamped on this lower level here. And this happens quite often. See, that Kran's already moved up. That 140's already moved up here. Can't quite get a shot on him. Nothing that's going to pen. So we're going to back off. 252 average, or 252 regular pen. 300 with the heat rounds. And some people will say that's not enough. Personally, with 300 pen for the heat round is plenty good for this tank. I don't know what people complain about here. Ooh, pick up the 60 TP. There you go. Give me that track idler. See if we put another one in there. And finally he remembers. Let's see if I can get an... Nah, didn't think it was going to pen here, but we're going to try. So we're going to back up. Well, the E100, he's got fucking 11%. He got wrecked coming up that hill. So he's going to be pretty much... And I pretty much knew when I started this game, just by looking at the clans, that we were going to get our ass kicked in this match as well. However, we're just going to try to do as much damage as we can. Type 5's moved up here. If you can't make past that corner right there, you're going to get sniped. And that's exactly what's going to happen here. These guys know how to play this map, and they've all moved up. So, picked up the... ooh, there we go. And I don't think I'm going to... No. Can I get... There we go. Now we got one. He looks at me, straight at me. One more in there. Put a couple nice big shots into the E100. Now I have the Yag Tagger at Emils 2 and another E100. There's a lot of tanks right here. The conch has moved up on the hill up there. So this is a little bit more dangerous. Thankfully, that conch, the other conch died for me right in a pretty decent spot. So up we go here. Now the E100's moved. Yeah, that's what I thought. Let's see here. We'll work on this guy. I know I can pin him for a fact. No problem. Almost. Yeah, one more shot. I probably shouldn't have wasted on the E100. Yeah, we're going to see what we can do here. Like I said, it's 2-2 right now. The E100 finally dies to the 60 TP. And the other side is pushing really well. So I'm thinking maybe possibly this is going to be one of them odd games where we possibly could win this. No, nope, there's the E-Egg Tiger here. We're going to finish him off. All right, there you go. Give me that lower plate. Puts a nice shell. 500 damage into the E100. And we're sitting 4-2. So I'm thinking, well, maybe possibly by not. Maybe I was wrong by looking at the clan tags that I possibly could have a chance. But hey, you know what? Yeah. Okay. So 140. There's the Kron there. There's an ML2 there. And of course the 60 TP here. We're going to see. We're going to pull up here, see if we can find anything. There's the 60 TP here. Nah, I don't think I'm going to get my. Try to go on the side shot toward the back of the deck. That wasn't going to work here, so we're going to move back around the other side and see if we can make this work here. 2 rounds left in the clip. With the changes in this reload, this thing has kind of made this thing a little bit of a beast, right? So we're going to move up in here. I didn't have much hope, but you never know once in a while. Just kind of back him off a little bit here. Maybe he's going to try to take a shot. What I really want to do is shoot the 60 TP. Never mind, Bat Chat gets him, so I get the 7 spotting out of it. Come on. No, he's not going to poke up there. We're going to back off here, reload our clip here. We got the other ML2 there. So we've cleared out a bunch of this. It's 7-7 right now, and unfortunately the other side has completely got wasted. The Yag on my side, we have 2 Yag Tigers. I didn't even realize that. One is currently trying to make his play here. We got the other Kranvagn over here. He's full health. This Yag Tiger's almost dead. We're going to have to be kind of the eyes here. Spotter, maybe, possibly. We have one full health E4, which isn't too shabby. And there's 3 tanks here. Most of these guys are almost dead. Except for the Kron and the Emil are almost full health, I should say. The 140. Oh, so they finished off the 7-1. There we go. Let's see if I can pull up in here and do anything. There we go. Pick him up. There's one. I pick up another one before he gets away. Yeah, pick up 2 of them. Oh, look at those. I love those big numbers on this tank now. Up to 440 instead of the 400. Now you have a much better chance of rolling the higher numbers. 2 478s in a row. Yeah, that's a big difference for this tank here. Trying to get it to make this work a little bit better here. Can I get... Nope. He's going to back off. Come on, 140, be Bad Chat down. They've knocked it 7-9, and I kind of had, like I said, I had the feeling right off that this was going to be, oh, there we go, backed it to 8-9. It's not too shabby here, and about that time, here comes the full health, not quite full health Bad Chat, and our other Kron, he has lost most of his health. We have one E4 right there. Yeah, we're going to pull back up here and see what's going to happen. I'm guessing something's going to start pushing the E4. Just out of chance. 704 is up on the hill still. And of course the conch somewhere. Yeah, let's see here. What are we going to find? Nothing here. There's the Bat Chat. What is he going to do? 704 takes a pot shot at me from up on the hill. E4 is still screwing around with the Bat Chat. The other E4 shows up. Puts a nice shell into that E4. Artie didn't get much on him here. Oh, let's not fall in the water. Nice position for this tank. And I'll be honest here, my first impressions of this tank, oh, never mind. That Emil's like, nah, I'm going to try it. Nope, he's going to move back. All right, let's back up here. I got a new target here coming in on the E4. That Bat Chat's playing with the other E3. No, the other E4. E4 and the conch. The Kranvagn puts 1 shell into the Bat Chat. 2 shells into the Bat Chat. Can you finish him off? Oh, E4 finishes off the Bat Chat. However, the 704 and the conch both show up. Can I get a shot? Nope. No go on that one. And we're going to work about the E4 right here. Give me your lower plate, buddy. There's 1. Roll 394 low. There's 2. And not quite. Now I got to reload again. And it's still 9-10. And the other Yag Tiger, for some fucking reason, decides to go the other direction. There's the other there's the ML2 coming in. Oh, he's falling. The other Kranvagn's coming. I'm almost on reload. That Kranvagn puts a shell into me. There's one. There's two. And I'm fucking pretty much tracked. Yep, T92 finishes me off. Ooh, and they're all pushing through here. So that fucking Yag Tiger. I couldn't quite figure out what he was up to. He's off over there to the other side. So, yes, what the fuck, Yag? He would have been excellent to have him for support. He is full health and currently on his way to cap for no reason at all. My first impressions, I love it. All three tanks have finally been buffed with these reloads and alpha damage. They have definitely made these tanks quite a bit more competitive. Before they were always kind of meh tanks, and you really had to work your ass to make them work. Now with these buffs, they have a much better chance. But you have a much better chance of doing, big number damage, therefore influencing the games. Are they overpowered? By no means. They still have the relatively shitty gun accuracy, gun handling in general. All three of them still have that. You got to be pretty much fully zoomed in, otherwise you will not make your shot. Even at 300 meters plus, it's going to be pretty much an iffy, real iffy. Trying to hit something with the large bloom, the long aim time, that kind of stuff. But when you get into that short to mid range, that's when these tanks really shine. And now with that reload buff, they are not just competitive; they're super competitive. You can play them a little bit differently than what you used to, where you literally had most of the time had to find some place that you had to run to or run from to get your reload in. Now with these quite a bit, 11 seconds for one for the ML1, the 15 seconds for the ML2, and 11.5 seconds for the Kran. Now these tanks become much more competitive and much bigger damage dealers compared to the other what they used to be. So with that said, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and go pick them up. They're definitely well worth the time and effort now to get these tanks.